Good afternoon, grade 7. Welcome to our revision exercise on citizenship. Please take the time to do some reading on the topic. If you fail to prepare, you are preparing to fail. And I do not want you to fail your exam. So please watch this video on the revision that we are doing on the topic, but also take time to do some reading on your own. Alright, so let's start with our revision. Now let's look at some definition of some key terms. Citizen. Alright, citizen. A member of a particular country who has rights because that person is born there or because the person has been given the rights to be a member of that country. It can also be someone who is loyal to the country that they live in and is entitled to those rights and freedoms. All right. So, what are the ways in which someone can become a citizen of a country? And you will notice that I've been moving myself up and down just to ensure that you're able to see. So let's go again. What are some of the ways that an individual can become a citizen of a country? Well, naturally, one becomes a citizen by birth. You're born there. When you talk to your mom, you ask your mommy when she gave birth to you. One of the first things, well, one of those early things that she was required to do is to fill out some forms. And when she completed those forms, she is given what our older folks would normally call the pink paper. The pink paper is not the birth certificate, but they would use the pink paper to take to the registrar general office department of deaths and births, and then you'll be given your proper birth certificate, that pretty one that you have that you use to register when you're coming to school. So one way to become a citizen of a country is by birth. Another way is by parentage. In the Jamaican context, if you are a Jamaican and you're living overseas and you have a child while you're overseas, even though that child is a citizen of the country where he or she is born, because you're a Jamaican citizen, the child is also a Jamaican citizen. That is guaranteed by the Jamaican Constitution. So you have a lot of persons who are born of Jamaican parents who are not citizens, who are not currently living in Jamaica, but they are citizens of Jamaica. It is said that you have more Jamaicans living overseas than you do have living right here in Jamaica. The third example by which you can become a citizen is by naturalization. This is a process where by an individual who lives in Jamaica for a period of time, commonly minimum of 5 years, have made contributions to the country or to the community in which they live in, have not done anything, have not broken any laws, have not violated any of the standards of the Jamaican culture, right? And they reach a point where they want to become a citizen of Jamaica, then they will apply to the government. There are certain forms that you will complete, you submit to the government. The respective institutions will do the necessary background check because they can't just trust us based on what we say. They have to do their background checks, and when they do their background checks, then if they are satisfied, then they do their due processes, and you become a naturalized citizen of Jamaica. So you are going to be given the necessary documentations to prove that you are a citizen of Jamaica. And then the fourth way in which you can become a citizen of Jamaica is by adoption. Someone who is not a citizen of the country, currently living in the country, or probably living abroad, and the person is adopted by Jamaican citizenship. They will not naturally go through some processes, investigations will have to be done. The government will have to be satisfied that the person is deserving of the privilege of becoming a citizen of Jamaica. So those are the four ways by which an individual can become a citizen of Jamaica. Now, when you become a citizen of Jamaica, you fall into two categories. You're either an active citizen or you're a passive citizen. An active citizen basically means individuals who have contributed to the development of their community, who participate in the government of the community. In other words, they participate at the local level, they elect local leaders, They help to clean up the garbage in the community. They are actively involved in ensuring that the community is safe when crimes are being committed. They don't keep it to themselves, as many of us currently do, but they will share by call. Let's say, for example, by calling various lines, phones, numbers that have been made available for us to call without our names being made public, without persons knowing who we are. The point I'm making is that an active citizen is someone who contributes to the development of the country. You don't see crime being perpetrated, being committed, and you don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? So you must be positively contributing to the development of the country. That citizen, active citizen, is also referred to as an ideal citizen. So if you have not made note of that in your book, you can write that down. An active citizen is also an ideal citizen, one who loves his country, loves his community, loves his school. Hey, he loves his school, doesn't want to see his school dirty, doesn't want to see his classroom dirty. So we'll do everything to make sure that the place is clean and pretty and waiting for Mr. Good to come in to teach his class. Make sure the desks and chairs are properly are straightened and are lined. Does his homework, does her homework. All right. So all these qualities are qualities of an active citizen. The other type of citizen that we have in our country, in our community, in our school, is what we call the passive citizen. Other terms we can use for passive citizen is a negative citizen or a bad citizen, all right, or an unideal citizen. These are individuals who do not get involved in their community. They do not participate in their community. Sorry about that. But they do a little bit more than that. Not only are these persons not positively contributing to the community, they are actively contributing negatively to the community. So they could, let's put it in two categories. So students, for example, who curse bad words. Students, for example, who keep the classroom dirty. Students, for example, who fight their classmates. Students, for example, who call their classmates unkind words or names or things like that. Students, for example, who don't do their homework. These are negative, passive, unkind, bad citizens. Are you one? I hope you are not one. All right. But in the broader scale, persons who do bad things in the country, in the community, who commit crime, who do not pay their taxes, who do not vote, who do not beautify the community, who throw garbage in the gullies, who see bad things being happening and keep it to their chest. They don't come, they don't share it with anybody. Who they don't assist the police in solving crimes. Things like that. All these persons are positive or passive or bad or unideal or negative citizens. And I trust that you are not one of those persons. Then you have then we have what we call persons who are dual citizens. All right, now dual citizens are persons who have citizenship in two countries. So let us say there are one or two of you in my class who were born in the United States or were born in Britain or born in another Caribbean island like Trinidad. And you, because you're born there, you're a citizen there, but your parent is a Jamaican. So your citizenship is also that of a Jamaican. So you're a dual citizen. You're a citizen of Trinidad or the United States or Britain or some other country, and you're also a citizen of Jamaica. Then we have citizenship. That term is important, right? This is the term that we use to describe the rights and the responsibilities that belong to a particular country. All right. And naturalization, we spoke about that earlier. Persons who are born outside of Jamaica but want to become Jamaican citizen, so they live in the country for 5 years as a minimum, and they apply to the government for citizenship. We spoke about that earlier when we look at the 4 ways in which somebody can become a citizen. And the key here is that they must satisfy the government that they are part of the Jamaican culture and society, and that they love and respect our island, Jamaica. So what is the difference between citizen and citizenship? A lot of my students are mixing up these two concepts, and you must get it right so that when you sit the exam, you don't make the mistake. Now, citizens are the members of a country. Let's go again. Citizens are the members of a country, persons who were born in that country, or persons who were given the right, who were naturalized country. They are members of the country. No, and they have the right to be protected by that country because they were born there or they legally pledged their allegiance to that country. That's a citizen. Citizenship then is the privilege and the duty that comes with being a citizen of that country. So when you become a citizen of that country, the things that you do, the good things that you do, show that you're exercising citizenship, positive citizenship. All right? Let's look at the next one. So what are the privileges of being a citizen? Sorry, the privileges of citizenship of a country. Right? You get the freedom to express yourself, so that's the right of speech. But remember now, with all freedom, with all right comes responsibility. Remember, with all right, with all freedom comes responsibility. You have the freedom to worship as you wish. We call that freedom of conscience. You have the right to a prompt and fair trial by a jury, no matter how bad you are. Right? You have the right to a fair trial. You must have your say. You must share what you do. The persons you who are offended must share what you did, and then the judge and or the jury can decide now whether you were right or you were wrong. But you must be you must have the right to a fair trial. You have the right to vote in elections for public officials. That's the right to vote as a citizen. You have the right to vote. We don't encourage dictatorship in our country. Every citizen elects the person that they want to govern them at the community level, at the parish council level, even at school, you elect for your student councillors. It's a right that is given in our country. Then you have the right to move about in public space without being hindered. Listen to me carefully. You do not have the right to block the road because you feel aggrieved, because you feel disgusted, because you want justice, because you are preventing the persons who are going about their lawful business from going about their lawful business, and you should not stop them. But you have the right to demonstrate. Are you with me? So you stand at the roadside, you share your grievances, you have your placards, but you don't block the road. You have the right to pursue life, liberty, and happiness. That's the right to life. Liberty here refers to freedom, right? And the right to do things that make you happy, which does not break the law. Those are some of the privileges. And remember that with each comes responsibilities. So what are your duties? To be patriotic, love your country, do what you can to build it up, keep the environment clean at your home, your school, your community, keep your surroundings clean. Don't throw garbage, for God's sake. Don't throw garbage in the classroom. Don't throw garbage on the school compound. Don't throw garbage on the floor. Don't throw garbage in the gullies. Keep your surroundings clean. Vote when it is election time and vote your conscience. Nobody's supposed to force you to vote for who they want you to vote for. You must vote for who you want to vote for. Cultivate your skills and talents. Get an education. Do your schoolwork. A trade. You're a student of your technical high school. Knowledge, skills, and understanding. All right? Follow the laws of the land. That's one of your duties as a good citizen. You obey the laws, but you also obey the rules of the school. Don't do the bad things that your classmates are doing or encouraging you to do. Treat others with respect. Don't shout, don't bark. Be kind. Speak courteous, behave courteously and speak kindly to your classmates. Be tolerant of your classmates. And as an adult, you pay your taxes. So those are some examples of good citizen, of a good citizen. I trust that these exercises were able to help you. Read them in your notebook and do well in your exam. Have a wonderful day, everyone.